Hey there, this is Derek, and this is Pacific Coast Auto, our YouTube channel where we take a look at the vehicles that we buy from auction here in Japan. Now this one here is quite a special vehicle. I know I say that pretty frequently, but this is our first time buying one of these. It's a Toyota Crown. What makes it extra cool is the turbo diesel engine in it. Now usually these are gasoline engines, either a 2.5 inline 6 or a 4-liter V8, but this one has the turbo diesel engine. And that's a 2L engine. That's the same engine that you get in that bad boy. But actually this one has a 1KZN. So that's the 3-liter turbo diesel. This is a 2.4 turbo diesel, the older engine. Very cool to have this in a Toyota Crown. And in case you don't know what a Crown is, this is Toyota's flagship vehicle. Very, very popular in Japan. And kind of like an LS400. It shares an awful lot with that car. But you can get it with a diesel now. And that's turbo diesel. And if it wasn't clear enough, it says right at the top, we apply turbo diesel. And then this is a hot turbo. And so it runs exhaust directly into the turbo. If you want better performance, you could hack in an intercooler into there. And maybe even a hood scoop in order to feed that intercooler. That would be so cool. But at the same time, the subtlety of the luxury lines of the Crown is kind of cool to have with a diesel, with the extra fuel economy, definitely extra fuel economy. And then this engine is meant to power the Hiace. That camper over there is a Hiace and the Hilux, and so it's going to be understressed in a vehicle that is this light compared to those ones. So the coolant was bad. It was rusty, hasn't been changed in a while, but didn't have any signs of oil contamination, and likewise the oil didn't have any signs of contamination with the coolant, and so no troubles there other than you got to get that changed. Timing belt was changed at 2009 at 100,420 kilometers, and the oil condition is good. It's a very cool sound to hear this coming out of what is otherwise just a regular Toyota Crown, and I love it. I love this so much. Driving it is such a treat because it's just so different. Even in Japan, this is a very, very rare vehicle. I have, they come up for auction every once in a while. This is the first one that we bought. But I haven't really been seeing how often you can find them at auction. It might be pretty hard to find one if you actually wanted one. And so lucky buy on this one here. And going to the USA after this. So this is going to be a post-purchase inspection vehicle. We'll go over the auction inspection and auction inspection sheet and show you the condition of the vehicle inside and out. And yeah, I forgot the auction sheet at the office. Not at home. My home is not my office. Oh, here I am putting in the password. Don't look. All right. So here's the auction inspection sheet. I'll just go over this. It's a 1994 2.4 liter. This is the Crown Super Saloon E. It's a 2-wheel drive, auction grade 3.5, interior B. 125,778.6 kilometers on here. Automatic transmission. Now it's a shame it's not a manual, but I don't think you can get this generation of Crown with any sort of manual. Power steering, power windows, airbag. The older Crowns they could though, like the classic ones. Original black, and then the report here says winter tires on the car, steering wheel wear, and it's pretty worn, it looks like. Interior is dirty and kind of like it has this brown stain in it. Other than that, I'd say it's pretty clean. Underside surface rust, that's nothing I would worry about. Various scratches and dents. And then if you look at this, the body diagram here, if you don't understand what all of these marks mean, you can check it out on our website. But see here, it says U3, 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 AU2. That's a lot of damage for one side. And then some mild damage on this side. It's actually pretty clean. But some of the areas the paint looks like you need to polish that back up. This side here, probably best to just get it repainted because of all of that scrapage. And then maybe front bumper too. It says medium scratches on the front bumper. Okay, so we'll put this away. Hilux Surf. And you know the Top Gear Hilux pickup truck that will never die? That's kind of the same engine. Technically that was a 3L engine and this is a 2L engine, but the same generation of engine, the same I'm never gonna die, and will be more reliable than gasoline version. Okay, so I'll do a once around of the body here and then I'm gonna go show you the details. It looks good in black. I love the the shape of the crown. I think it's so cool and unique. It's understated, but has a nice fast back here, really nice looking C-pillar, and a big trunk on the back. And the trunk, you could put lots of stuff in there. I bet you could fit 6 golf bags in the trunk of this. Because unlike the Supra, you can actually put stuff in the back. And, oddly enough, not much room in the back of that. It's maybe close to the same. Of course, the Hilux Surf would have more room in the back, but you would think it would have much more room in the back, which it doesn't. So that's stock wheels. These look fantastic on large wheels. Anything larger than 18 looks good on it, or 18s or larger. I think originals here are 16s, and yeah, they got winter tires on them, and the wheels aren't in the best condition. So let's look at the details here. So see the hood here? See how it's like, it looks like it needs a polish. I don't know how to explain that. Now fog lights are yellow, so there's headlight and there's fog light in the one piece. Kind of a cool design. You go down here and you can see some scratches. This is what they were talking about with A2. And then the body has a number of places, not there, here's one, where touch-up paint has been used to touch up a scratch. It's more apparent when we get over to this other side over here. So here, touch-up paint, and this whole section here is pretty pushed in. I guess it's hard to really see. Those reflections on it make it look worse than it actually is. Oh, there's another crown over there. Ooh, neighbor crown. That's a later generation though. Okay. Now, also this side has a lot of scratches in it. Like light, shallow scratches that you may be able to buff some of them out. Dent here and there. Okay, touch up paint here on some door rock chips. And going down here, this door here has a really weird ripply dent thing. Right? And down here and here. So yeah, this side is pretty damaged. I would give this to a body shop and say, hey, make my car look better. Because really, this body damage is all that's wrong with the car. And then if you're the only one in the US that has a diesel crown, you get to be cooler than everybody else. Okay. So everything on the back bumper and the trunk is fairly good. There's a few scratches here and a small dent right there. Other than that, there's really not that much to talk about on this side. If you squint, you can see a bit of paint wave because it looks like this side may have been repainted, but it could be my eyes just playing tricks on me. As far as underside goes, I'll give you a quick little look. This is 25 years old now, and so you can see a little bit of surface stuff, but there's no signs of any corrosion. I would get it undercoated just because a 25-year-old car is bound to rust sooner rather than later, and so undercoat would be a good idea. Now going to the interior, I'm just going to shut off the engine here because no need to have that running at the moment. So this has traction control, which is very cool for a car that's this old. Power windows and electric folding mirrors. Check this out as well. Okay, now here's the wear on the steering wheel they're talking about. See, notice how it's shiny on the outside here. It should be textured like the center of the steering wheel. It feels fine though, it's very grippy and easy to use. 125.7, 84 kilometers at the time of shooting this. You get a nice tachometer with very low rev limit because it is a diesel. You can see the traction control lamp on there. Okay, has swing vents. One of my favorite things on Toyotas. It's a shame that they don't still make them. These vents in the middle, when you turn the AC on, they swing back and forth, just like a fan. Very cool. Okay, so we got a tape deck here. And we got climate control AC here. And one of my favorites because you just use this to set how many degrees that you want. 25 degrees Celsius, over 30 degrees Celsius. That's very cool. Unfortunately, the AC doesn't blow cold, and so that's going to need to be filled up. And that's something that's typically supposed to be on the auction inspection sheet, and usually they catch it, but I'd say about like 1 in 10 they miss that, or maybe the AC breaks after they've already checked it. That's a possibility, but I would say more likely they just missed it. It smells a bit like cigarettes inside, so you're gonna want to get it fumigated. There's a cigarette burn there on this lid piece. I guess if you wanted to, you could get a new lid piece. Because the Crown were very popular cars, it shouldn't be too difficult to get one of those from Japan. Automatic transmission, shifts fine. This is fun, look. Whee! Woo! And there's a key to a mystery thing inside, because that's not a regular Crown key. So, I don't know. This piece here, I think, is an original Toyota piece, though. The leather strap. Because that's the same one that comes on the Hi-Ace fire trucks. And they all have that same strap, so I'm guessing it's a Toyota thing. Okay, but dirty in the mat. That needs to be cleaned. Your automatic pedals there. It used to say Crown here. But now it doesn't. But it says it over there. Okay, dashboard has no warping in it. It has a little bit of something stuck on here. You'll be able to peel. I can even peel that off. Look at me. Going beyond for my customers. And now put it in here for my customers. Okay. I want to show you the trunk. That will open it. Into the back here, decent amount of space. Maybe bigger than a 3 Series, smaller than a 5 Series. Or if you want to do Mercedes-Benz, we can say C and E class. What do we got here? Okay, nice and comfy. You can store goodies and snacks inside. All right, Crown. And, yeah, ashtray. But no ashtray. Does that come out somehow? I don't know, but there's a cigarette lighter in there. Okay, now to show you, ooh, Crown. I love the logo for the Crown, very cool. The trunk to end all trunks. But I guess not, because they make smaller trunks now for the Crowns. That's good. And then there's no rust underneath. You can take a look at that. And spare tires in there. Okay. Pop that down. And close the trunk. So, Toyota Crown Turbo Diesel. And if it were mine, I would put an intercooler on there, because it looks like it's very easy to get a shop to weld you up a proper intercooler. And I think you would get better performance if you had an intercooler on there. Alright, there you have it. If you have any questions, let me know. You can check out the comments. You can check out our website. There's a link to that in the description. Thanks everyone for watching, and have a nice day.